my book collection.
All right, it's time for the November 2025 book haul. It's a huge one. We went to the Dayton Book Fair. We got stuff sent to us in the mail. We've got gifts. We've gotten presents from people. We very much appreciated. We got kitties. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you know, dear listener, that Weird Frequencies is going to be out December 5th. Yes, that anthology that we've been talking about here on YouTube, featuring the writings of your favorite YouTube personalities. We got together and we put this book, well, actually Jake put the book together, but it comes out, December 5th. There should maybe be a pre-order, but I mean, December 5th is like 5 days away, so. But if there's a pre-order, just watch for the post. I'll share that. I'm very excited. We're very excited to do it. I got to look through it. I haven't read anything yet because I wanted it in real book form. But just seeing it laid out like a book, and it's paperback size, it's mass market paperback size. It's, man, I can't even tell you how amazing it is that Jake put that together, and it's almost here. So let's get started on this book haul. We got a ton of books. We're going to start off here with, I got a box from Dave from the Vintage Paperback Reader. If you are following Dave, go down to the description. Give Dave a follow. He's a good guy. He's got a great big goatee. He sits in this cool blue room. He's got this excellent lamp. He's got a record behind him. He always displays a different record. And he's just a good guy. And he sent us this box of books. We're going to start here with the Mayab. That is M.S. Carl. This is an ancient Mayan legend unleashes passion, obsession, and a hatred as deep as love. There we go. So it's got some Quetzalcoatl and a Mexican setting, which we absolutely adore. We adore the Mexican setting and Quetzalcoatl stories. Sent us this young adult, the brave Robert Lipsett. This is a sequel to The Contender, which is a book that I read, and it was pretty good. It is a young adult series. It's about children in lower income communities who join boxing gyms, and it saves their life. Here is Bernard Knight, The Sanctuary Seeker. I believe this is a classic mystery type of story, sort of like the Brother Cadfael series. So it takes place in medieval times. It's got a knight there. And they solve mysteries. I don't know a lot about it. I just got it. What do you people want from me here? We got The Witch Queen of Lachlan. It's got a shark on there. I think this is some kind of occult espionage book. I actually already own this. So this is a double. So we are going to pass this on. We're going to pass this on to someone else. But we do appreciate Dave sending it to us. We got a doll. We got a doll yellow spine here. C.J. Cherry. Well of Shiyun. I'm not familiar with C.J. Cherry. I see you guys talk about her a lot. I think it's a her, right? C.J. Cherry. I like that cover. Very sword and sorcery. Very fantastical. I like those colors. Beautiful. Put that painting on the wall. Oops, keeping that one. That's the double pile. Got Inspector Maigret. We love Inspector Maigret, the George Simenon series. This is one we didn't have. Maigret and the Killer. Got some more Maigrets coming later from the book haul. This is the book haul from the book fair. And I'm stoked to have another one. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Classic mystery series. Did an episode with the Lighting the Pipes podcast guys here on YouTube, and then I went and hung out with them on their podcast, and we did another Maigret book. Go check those out. I'll put links down there. We got what does that say? The Priests of the Abomination, Ivor Drummond. I like that very Kali looking cover. The white blonde lady Kali holding a cross too. Interesting. So I'm not sure what this is. I think it has to do with a cult. Not a cult, a cult. The Man with the Tiny Head. What in hell's name did the 5 become 4? Oh, by the author of The Man with the Tiny Head. So I don't know, maybe it's a espionage series. And we saved the best for last. The Bamboo Bloodbath. And this is a Pierce Anthony book. Sci-fi author Pierce Anthony and Roberto Fuentes. Right, Jason Stryker, Master of Martial Arts. Number 3 in the series. I don't have any of these yet, and we love the Kung Fu books. Very stoked to get this. Thank you, Dave, so much. You're the man. You got the best goatee on YouTube. So, I got another gift. This is from Andrea from Infinite Text. Out of the blue, sent me this beautiful hardcover edition of Mickey Spillane, The Killing Man. It's by the Franklin Library. And not only that, it's signed. She sent me a signed Mickey Spillane book. Who is this girl? Who is this lady? I just called her a girl. Sorry, Andrea. Very sweet. Why? I don't deserve this. But, yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it. You know, everyone loves coming home to book mail, especially surprise book mail. Makes you fulfills your day. Gives your day meaning. It's got some artwork there. So how beautiful is this? This is going up on the good shelf, up on the top shelf. This is top shelf Bookery right there. Thank you so much, Andrea. You're the best. We got a package in the mail from Stark House Press. This is a reader copy. Let's get my hand out of there. This is Robert Silverberg. 2 Sleaze novels being reprinted by Stark House. Soon to be available. The Stripper. Never an Even Break. We love Robert Silverberg. I pretty much love everything he's ever done that I've read. Everything that I've read, whether it's men's adventure, sci-fi, the juvenile delinquent book, it's all great. It's all been great stuff, and we're looking forward to that. We've got the new issue of the Men's Adventure Quarterly. I've shown it a couple times. We're going to show it again. This is published by Bob Dice, Bill Cunningham. This is the Fatal Femmes issue, which is not Femme Fatales, where the ladies are just leading the guy to the doom. This is where the ladies are actually the killers. They are hard-slinging, gun-slinging killers. I don't know. There's contributions in here from our man, Eric, from the Paperback Warrior. He wrote a ton of stuff in here, including a guide to paperbacks that feature Fatal Femmes. Right there's a Robert Dietrich, which is the E. Howard Hunt Steve Bentley series, the CPA that solves mysteries. And there's also a guest contributor of Terrence Leehou from the Suit Up podcast, and he does a piece on Bond ladies. So there we go. There's Bond. There's the Thunderball Bond ladies, my favorite Bond ladies. Who's your favorite? Is it Domino? I personally like Fiona Volpe. I think she's badass. She's a smoking hot babe, and she doesn't fall for James Bond's wiles. She treats him like he treats other ladies. I think she's the best. So, very cool. This is available now on Amazon, and I believe on the menspulpmags.com. It's either there now or it will be very shortly. Speaking of Terrence Leehou, who did the James Bond article in there, we got 2 of his books. Terrence sent us. This is his newest release, but it's a series. So there's the first one, Unwanted Passenger. I believe it's a World War I pilot adventure series in the pulp tradition. This is published by Veritas. Veritas publisher. And I just love how tiny and slim and just, it looks so pulpy. I love this cover. I love just the whole look of this. It looks so classic. If I saw this in the store, I'd totally pick it up. So we're going to be reading those and talking about them. We usually don't do new stuff, but for Terrence, we make an exception. So thank you, Terrence, and I'll put a link down to his. He has his own YouTube, the Pseudo Podcast, where he talks to current authors. He just interviews current authors. So you can go check that out. I finally got my Bookery's Guide to Pulps in the mail. It's here. It's official. I now know how much pulps cost. And this is just, right there. Well, just like it sounds. I think the most interesting aspect of this is seeing all of the pulps that existed. Romantic love, real bedtime stories, real boudoir tales, nightlife tales, nifty stories. It's just incredible. Gunsmoke. And I went through and flipped through my pulps and kind of looked up a few of them, and it was interesting to see where I overpaid and where I underpaid. So, it's just like anything else. You get lucky sometimes, or sometimes you get taken for a ride. And, this is a valuable resource. This is available now. I think you can get this on Amazon also. The Bookery. The Bookery is a store. It's a store that's here in Dayton. So Tim Cotrill's the owner. He's the author of this here. It's your book, and he owns the Bookery, which I talk about in many book hauls. I was thinking of maybe trying to ask him if he wants to talk about this or not, be on a video. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I got the guts to do it, or if he even wants to. And then I'm just going to take a little boba sip here. Hold on. Wonderful. Don't eat under my phone. Okay. What do we got here? We're just randomly grabbing them. These aren't in order. I got this here. It's Gothic, written by Frank Belknap Long under the name Lydia Belknap Long. There was a comment on our last Guide to Gothics video. I forget who the commenter was, sorry. And they said that this is a Gothic that flirts with Lovecraftian cosmic horror. And I don't usually order books, but how could I not after that description? So, will it live up to it? I can't even imagine. There is witch cults in it, though. I'm sure it's awesome. So I'm definitely, after that bad Frank Belknap Long review I did with the Frankenstein horror series, I definitely want to go and read more, because that can't be it. That can't be it on the Frank Belknap Long. He was a Weird Tales author. It's got to be good. It's got to be. This next group of books is from Recycled Books in Denton, Texas. I went down to Texas. No, I didn't go down to Texas. This is Jake picked these up for me when Chris was down there visiting him, sending pictures of the shelves to us, which is a huge mistake, because I was like, give me this, give me this. So I got Gothic. There's a ton of Gothics in this haul, by the way. Nightmare Island. R.E. Hayes. I didn't really know what it was, but if you look at the blurb, there's an Edward S. Ahrens blurb on the cover of this Gothic. Edward S. Ahrens, author of the Assignment series, one of my favorite espionage series, one of my favorite writers. So I was very intrigued. Not only that, but it's a manor. It's a manor Gothic, and you just don't see it that often. I just said, holy shit, what is that? They're in the Florida Keys. Gothic in the Florida Keys. Send me this Earl Stanley Gardner, A.A. Fair. Beware the Curves. This one I requested, and I totally forgot that I already had it. So this is a double. David St. John. This is an espionage series. One of our agents is missing. The Peter Ward espionage series, also written by E. Howard Hunt. This was, I think they had like 13 entries in it. And up until like 1 through 11 is basic, like your average espionage series. And then the later ones become occult. They're like black magic espionage. But I still want the first ones. This is one of them, but this is a double. It was my fault. Just don't know what I got. We got The Big Runaround. This is Darwin Tealhat. Industrial espionage at a secret American space lab. So hopefully it's a little sci-fi crossover. Sci-fi crossover espionage. Ooh, man, these stickers are a bummer. But it was $1, as you can see. So, yeah, paperback library. Got a Butcher I didn't have. It's also $1. African Contract. The Butcher lashes out at the mafia in the most fiendish murder racket the world has ever known. Cool little photo cover there. Looking very 70s. The Butcher is a men's adventure series of a guy who was head of the mafia and then he quits. And he works for a secret government organization called White Hat. And they give him projects. So he has to solve these these missions. But also the mafia is still trying to kill him. This is one of those things where you see the picture and you're just like, whoa, that's like Indiana Jones, man. Give me that Lost Mines and Hidden Treasure. And I didn't realize it until it showed up that it is a non-fiction book. So, a little bit bummer. It's a thrilling guide to the fabulous fortunes waiting to be rediscovered right here in America. Or maybe I'll read this and go hunt down these treasures. Lost treasure in Arizona. I bet it's in the Superstition Mountains. Mountains of Silva. But either way, beautiful cover. It's $1. I don't know what we'll do with it. Maybe we'll read it. And then I got another Gothic. This is Nightmare at Riverview, Angela Gray. Nightmare House. It's a plantation house. Oh, it's a Magnum Gothic. Nice. So thank you, Jake, for picking those up for me. You're the man. Let's see. Okay. This next stack. This is from Allan. Our good friend Allan sends us rare Manly Wade Wellman books. Sent another box of books. Incredibly, we don't know why he does it. He's a madman. That's why. So we'll just start off here with frickin' Lord Satan. This is a Satanic Gothic. You ever seen those Satanic Gothic series books? This is a later edition of it though, so it doesn't have like the goat head that's usually up there. It says Satanic Gothic on the cover with the goat head. But still, goodness gracious, as Grandma would say if she picked this up, which she probably did back in the day, because it's a Gothic. So yeah, Satanic Gothic. Oh boy, exciting. It's like in immaculate condition too. It'd be cool if Eric could get a hold of a copy of this, and maybe we could do it on the Guide to Gothics. It would have to be online though, because I looked up the price of that, and it's an expensive book. He sent us a second copy of Return of the Jedi. I don't know why. He just was cleaning up his room, maybe. Threw it in there. So that's going in the doubles. That's going to somebody else. You got to pass along. You got to pass along the love. People send you stuff. You got to send it on. And he gave me three of the Ace Cameo Gothics. This was the series where they all had this circle. So I don't know what makes it a series. I think it just might have been the design choice. I don't really know. I know that they are kind of rare, hard to come by. Buried Remembrance, Naomi Gladish Smith. Can you see that with the glare? Maybe. This is The House on Wolf Trail, Lenora Miller. Fear Among the Shadows, Louise Hoffman. Wonderful. We're getting quite the Gothic collection. He sent me 2 of the Valancourt reprints. These are the first 2 I own. I don't have any. So what do we got here? Familiar Spirit, Lisa Tuttle. Introduction by Will Erickson. We had a guest on the show. We had a guest on the show. Yeah, I'll put a link for that down there. I don't know much about this book, Familiar Spirit. And then Black Ambrosia. I believe Liminal Spaces did a video on this not too long ago. It's a vampire book, I think. Elizabeth Engstrom. 2 Charles L. Grant books. We got For Fear of the Night. To get that sticker off of there. The Manning sticker. And Nightmare Seasons. I like that. Looks very fall. Orange Moonlight. Beautiful, beautiful cover. And then, because he's a crazy lunatic, he sent us 2 Arkham House books. This guy's crazy. Strayers? What does that say? Yeah, Strayers from Shoal. H.R. Wakefield. Beautiful hardcover. Because it's Allan, he's already got it wrapped up. What a guy. This jacket is the work of Gary Gore. I don't know anything about this. This is our 2nd Arkham House. I guess we're collecting them now. This is our 3rd. Harrigan's File, August Derleth. I like that. I like that cover. I know. When I go to Pulp Fest this next year, 2026, now we're going to have to start looking at the hardcovers too, man. We're getting deep into this book thing. Now we're doing hardcovers, rare stuff, signed books. Shit, man. It's going to get out of control. Well, where are we at? All right. Oh, we need another drink of boba. Okay. This is from Eric. Paperback Warrior was selling his book collection. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to watch. But at the same time, I want some of those books, so I ordered them. He had a live video where he was selling them. It's still up. You can, if you watch it and see something you want, send him a message. He'd be glad to sell them to you. They're priced to go. And this is Death List. Ronald Kassler. Looked part of the 70s mafia genre. A new novel that'll tear at your guts with the brutal reality of death, wish, and the unrelenting violence of The Godfather. Yeah, that looks badass. 70s action movie. Death Run. This is a trucker horror book. Highballer Lines was about to go under. Its union drivers had walked out. The mob was breathing down their necks, and the cops were looking the other way. Oh, it's truckers versus the mob. It's not horror, it's truckers versus the mob. Nice. Speaking of vigilante, we got some A-Team here. A-Team novelization. I guess it's not a novelization, it's a new story. The Percent of Trouble, Charles Heath, based on the sensational NBC TV series. I loved this when I was a kid. I loved Dayton. My favorite character was Murdoch, the crazy one, the silly one. I like silly. Eric said that this was the worst book ever written. So he said, who wanted it? And I said, man, you know I want that shit. SCOM, Strategic Commandos #1, Terror in Turin. So will it be the worst book ever written? The worst book I ever read? I don't know. It's got some stiff competition. I'm looking at you, Reassembled Man. Herbert Castle. That was a straight garbage book. There's no way that this is worse than Reassembled Man. No way. Got some biker action here. Survival Run. This is now a major motion picture. No place to run, no place to hide, no place to run. 6 kids become killers to stay alive. Nice. There's a picture of the actors. I don't recognize anybody. Yeah, I don't recognize one name on here. Oh, Peter Graves. I know Peter Graves. Peter Graves at the University of Minnesota. So we got one of my favorite covers. Silver Warriors, Michael Moorcock. Yeah, this is Frank Frazetta. I got this poster sitting above my weight bench in the basement. Because it's manly. Look at those polar bears. When I was a kid, I used to love the polar bear exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo. Now it's sad. But, you know, it's amazing to see them in real life. Beautiful, beautiful cover. We got some sci-fi men's adventure, private detective, 3-genre crossover there. Matthew Swain. I think the guy there looks like Hawk. Looks like Mike Hawk from the Hawk series. It's very popular these days. I need to do my Hawk video. I finally got them all. I need to record that. Maybe I'll do that after this. So yeah, Matthew Swain, 21st Century Private Eye. This one I was very excited to get, and I already read it, and it is amazing. I was laying out my books, book lists in order for the year. When we do worst to best, we talk about every book. This is pretty close to the top. This is about a serial killer trucker who murders another trucker's wife and then like befriends him. It was really good. It was incredible. We got some Gothics here. The Terrified Heart, Alicia Grace. Got some farmhouse Gothic action going on there. Is there one light on? There sure is. Danielle wished for adventure and excitement, but unexpected danger and terror lurked everywhere in the old mansion. Well, it's a pretty small mansion, but... House of Dark Illusions, Caroline Farr. Got a big old house sitting on the edge of a cliff over the ocean. Very Gothic. She was trapped in the house possessed by evil. They sent me a Dorothy Daniels. Dorothy Daniels was the last author we covered on the Guide to Gothics. We did her book, The Tormented. I'll put that link somewhere. You should go watch it. It was a great episode. It was an interesting book. There was actual supernatural in it, which usually they just flirt with it. They just tease you a lot, but it actually had some supernatural stuff. Image of a Ghost. So this one does too, or maybe it does. Maybe it's a trick. I really love that ghostly woman there, though. That is beautiful. Secret of Canfield House, Florence Hurd. An old love affair haunted the shuttered New England mansion. Would the new one end as tragically? New love affair. That might be one of the romantic Gothics there. We usually just read the suspense ones. Secret of Haverley House. Carolyn Bowman. We got another house on the edge of a cliff. One light on. Mary Roberts Reinhardt. She was a mystery author from the 40s, I think. Maybe even earlier. And then they repackaged a lot of her books as Gothics. So this is probably one of them. But to be honest, after doing a bunch of these Gothics, they are just mystery books. So I guess it's just the atmosphere. Maybe Mary Roberts Reinhardt was a proto-Gothic suspense writer. Yeah, that's nice. I love those colors, huh? Purple and the red and the woman there. Castle Cliff. Sandra Schulman. Giant Raven. Raven's very Gothic. She's in a nice white dress. I don't think that's a nightgown. There is a giant castle and one light on, though. It's red. It's a red light. Right there is good. Virginia Kaufman, Mora. It's the first novel in a series of timeless best-selling novels of Gothic romance and suspense. So it's a series? What are they talking about? An Ace Gothic. I don't know what the series is. I like that she's inside. She's inside the spooky house. Still in her nightgown. She's got her candle bra. 3 candles. Haunting. And lastly, Fog Island. Marilyn Ross. Stella knew she would be a prisoner of fear in the eerie mansion until she uncovered its dread secret. Now that's a mansion. That is a mansion. One light. It's like she's just got a dress on. She's not in her nightgown. Misty, foggy. That's nice. That's a great atmosphere there for a Gothic tale. Does it say where Fog Island is? Nope, it just says Fog Island. Alright, so that was from Eric. I think we covered everything, and now we will show the book fair books. There's about 100 of these, so we're going to kind of cruise through them. The book fair is an annual event here in Dayton. People donate books, they sell them, goes to charity. It's a good thing. It's usually a pretty fun time, and you find lots of good stuff. As I mentioned in the word salad, there's the scanner people are there, and it's kind of a bummer. I wish that they would not let them in and just let people who actually love books go first. Let the scanners come in later. That's fine. But we're not going to dwell on that. We're just going to do an all positivity here. So let's just grab a stack and get started. Got some sci-fi. The Moon Pool, A Merit. I think this might be a double for me, actually. I just really like that cover. And every time I see it, I'm reminded of Ira. SF Words of Wonder reviewed this. And I was, I don't know. I like... The sci-fi books always have interesting art. And it's not always my first choice to read, so it's cool to watch the other channels that cover it, so I know what it is. But it was like last year, and I don't remember now. Got a Robert Silverberg. This is one I don't have. I love this style. I love the style, the artwork of this this era of ace science fiction. Collision Course. So there's what he's more known for. Not the sleaze novels. So we got sci-fi. Then we got Ian Fleming, James Bond, Live and Let Die. This is a double. I actually have all of this series, this edition. So these are going in the trade box. These are going to go for someone. Sending a bunch of books out to my buds for Christmas. We got a Scout adult western. I think we reviewed a Scout here on the channel. Maybe it was just on the blog. Adult western is a western with sex scenes, porn scenes. I got another one, Tracker. It's like Steve Holland there, male model Steve Holland. Tom Cutter, Tracker, Chinatown Chance. They had a few of these. I got all the adult westerns that they had. No one was at the western section. Nobody. It was a ghost town. You know what paperback section goes the fastest? It's the sci-fi and fantasy. Those dudes are first in line, and they love it. They run over there, and half the table is gone like that. Well, the mystery and action section, like it's kind of popular, but people are mostly looking at the hardcovers. They're not looking for the old stuff. So, it was my little oasis there. I just spent a lot of time. Oh, but speaking of sci-fi, here's this sci-fi horror-looking book. Mind Bridge, Joe Haldeman. Intimacy beyond ecstasy, beyond time. It's wild. Got some 70s action here with the Boomerang Conspiracy. Dagger, sharp intrigue, superheated sex, heart-racing suspense. A U.S. agent, some kind of espionage book, I believe. Got another James Bond, Casino Royale. Put that in the doubles. We got Metal Monster. We have another version of this, but I like that cover. I don't know if this one's unabridged or not. It's a science fiction masterpiece, the story of a robot world without a heart. Oh, it goes over here. Joe Gall series, Spy series, I believe. It could border the men's adventure era. The Black Venus Contract. On the hunt for a deadly gang of South American terrorists. They had a bunch of assignment, and they were like in mint condition, so I got to upgrade a bunch of mine. And they also found the 2 that I was missing, so I now have the whole assignment series. So there's the Maltese Maiden. This is a double. They had a bunch of Edward S. Aarons in general, not just assignment. So we got Come Back My Love. It's some kind of boat. It's kind of boat noir. I'm just making that up. I don't know if that's really what it is. But they are on a boat there, so maybe. We got Death Sentence, which is the sequel to Death Wish. This is a double. This will be going out to somebody. Brian Garfield. There's another double, Agatha Christie, and then There Were None. Just the classic mystery they made the movies out of. I saw a play when I was in junior high. They took us to the high school, and they did this play, and I've loved it ever since. I was like, that was really fun, and I hated everything at school, so it was something if I liked it. Get some British war genre here. Colin Forbes, The Height of Zervos. It's to do with Germany. April 1941. The Germans prepare to invade Greece. We had a Robert McCammon that we don't have. Bethany Sin. I really like the cover art that they do on these editions. I forget who the artist's name is. I will put her name up here. I don't remember offhand. I don't know if it says it. I didn't want to do any edits here, so Just real fast. No, it doesn't say. Oh, there it is. Rowena Morrill. Rowena Morrill. Do the cover for Bethany soon. Got a Mary Roberts Reinhardt. Look at that beautiful cover. That looks more like an espionage. I mean, like I said, Mary Roberts Reinhardt is a mystery writer. Looks like she's in Budapest, maybe. Some old Eastern European town. That's what it looks like. Does it say on the back? No. I don't know, but that's got to be one of my favorite covers of this whole haul. Dark Legend, Marilyn Ross. Another Gothic. It's like a farmhouse again. It's a big old farmhouse. One light on. Anne Randall awoke suddenly in a dark room at grim Dunbar Manor with her memory gone, face to face with stark terror. Nice. Oh, there's another stack over here from Bell Book and Comic that I forgot. Well, we'll do that last. So there will be a Bell Book and Comic stack after this. Got Kate Wilhelm, Welcome Chaos. I don't know anything about it. I was just in a fever, in a book buying fever. $1. If the paperbacks are all $1, you just kind of start grabbing. Roger Zelazny, Road Marks. I think that everyone said that this one is not that great. Got it anyway? I don't know, man. A muck? Look at that. Someone's going amok here. Got a bloody sword. I think this is a vengeance story. A chilling manhunt and one man's awesome revenge. Nice. George Fox. Amok. Got some romance. The Flamenco Love Song. Don't normally buy that, but I just liked the way that looked. I liked the way it sounded. I like these flamencos back here. Flamenco dancing. A mysterious search through the streets of old Spain hides the key to beautiful Gina's love and future. Love in Spain. Maybe we'll get to it. Maybe if we're feeling romantic. Charlotte Armstrong. 7 Seats to the Moon. She's got her jacket on. Finally, one of these ladies gets her jacket on before she goes running from the house. Well, there's other guys there too. Not your typical Gothic. It just says Queen of Suspense. Charlotte. I got, these are, I don't even know why we're showing this, but I got Murder, She Wrote books. When we moved back to Ohio, we stayed with my sister for a little bit, and she's a couple years younger than me, and yet she sits around like an old lady watching Murder, She Wrote all day long, so whenever I see them for cheap, I get them for her as a joke, and she's like, joke's on you, I love them. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to show them all. Here's Jessica Fletcher in Las Vegas. I did, Beach Jessica Fletcher. Wherever you want your Jessica Fletcher, there's a Murder, She Wrote book about it. There was a Thanksgiving one too, but I already gave it to her for Thanksgiving festivities. Amusing. I'm amused by it. The Beckoning. This is by Virginia Kaufman. That might be a double, but it's in really good condition. It's probably better than the one I have. Oh, she wrote the Mora book that we got from Eric there, I believe. Here's a double that I purposely bought to give to somebody. I have read this. There is a review of it. I don't know if it's on the channel or just the blog, but it's out there somewhere. The Little Brother. Bill Eidson. It's a serial killer, 90s serial killer thriller about this guy who finds people and then kills them and then takes on their identity, and he becomes them. He's like an actor, sort of, and then he befriends new people to hunt his next victim. It was pretty good. So someone's going to get that. There's a Jaws for $1. I already have it, but maybe someone needs it. Maybe one of my friends needs it. Needs a Jaws. John D. McDonald, The Neon Jungle. It's a great cover. I wish it was bigger. I don't know why they made it so small. This is a double. I started reading it once, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. John D. McDonald's great, though. Like, no diss. No diss on Johnny D, but I just wasn't in the mood for it. Someone will be getting that. Got a ton of 87th Precinct, so be prepared to hear me say 87th Precinct 100 times. Axe. I've showed this cover before. I love it. The guy with the axe in his head. This is going probably to Tim. Tim, here's one of your Christmas presents, brother. Tim just recently read an 87th Precinct and really liked it. And he also read a Mickey Spillane, so I grabbed him a bunch of Mickey Spillanes. Twisted Thing. Though I will be keeping some of them. Oh, no. That goes over here. And then there's Assignment Star Stealers, which we just did on the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. Go watch that. It was on Tim's channel. That was a lot of fun. Though I had some technical issues and I couldn't see the comments. And everyone was making Hawk jokes, which drove me crazy because I'm the Hawk guy. I couldn't see any of it. I was so bummed. It's fixed though. I figured out what the issue was. It was my computer. So I had to switch computers. Dr. No. It's a double. On Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's a double. This is one I do have, but I don't have this particular copy. This is the Pan Thunderball with the photo covers. We got some Domino. You want me to zoom in on the Domino? No problem. We love Domino. Nice. Sean Connery's smug face. It's good. It's going with our James Bond collection up there somewhere. I grabbed a bunch of Edgar Rice Burroughs for Deb, the omnivorous reader. She requested them. Lost on Venus. Thuvia, Made of Mars. Tainar of Pelicudar. I think I'm saying that wrong. Man, that Edgar Rice Burroughs that we read for Ebes, that's going to be pretty high on the list too. The year-end list. I really loved it. It was my first Edgar Rice Burroughs. I was blown away. This one's very special and near dear to my heart. This is a nonfiction book. It's a how-to book of something that I've always aspired to be. And it's how to be a ninja. Ninja Secrets of Invisibility. The how-to guide by Ashido Kim. This has hilarious photos in it of ninjas doing ninja things. Anytime I see one of these old fight books like self-defense or karate, kung fu stuff, I always get them, and it always reminds me of the Karate Kid when he's got the book open, he's like kicking, and he's trying to learn karate with the book. Such a different era. There we go, ninja. I'm gonna be a ninja soon, guys. It'll be official, an official ninja. Got a manor western here, Jornado. I usually don't get this kind of stuff, but it just cracked me up. So it's a cozy mystery. Just Desserts. Look at how adorable that is. With the skull coming out of the tea. What's the blurb say? At the Hillside Manor Inn, tea is served with scones and a soup con of murder. I don't think I've ever read a cozy mystery. I want to see how cozy it is. So we'll read that sometime. Mary Daheim. Maybe that's a good winter read. A bed and breakfast mystery. Adorable. Elmore Leonard, The Hunted. This is a double, though I haven't read it. I really love the neon light font they got going on there. Elmore Leonard is great. We read one of his books this year, and it was spectacular. Here's another double. Charlotte Armstrong, The Witch's House. This is like the third time I found this book. So, someone shall be getting that one. Six Gun Samurai. We reviewed it on the channel. Find another copy for $1. Pick it up. Probably be sending that one to Brian, would be my guess. Or Tim. Tim seems like he would like it. Brian or Tim, you guys have to arm wrestle. See who gets it. Cimarron Adult Western. What much more can you say to that? Where am I putting this stuff? They had a bunch of William W. Johnstone Zebra Westerns. I like the Zebra Western. I think that if it's published by Zebra, it's going to be a little bit more trashy. And that's what we're looking for. And we got one of his Blood Bond series. I read one of these. It was actually the first William W. Johnstone book I ever read. And it was great. So I was like, man, I want to find more of these Blood Bond. Zebra, William W. Johnstone. One more. War of the Mountain Man. There you go. Got one of the Brother Cadfills. Ellis Peters. You know, we did that book, the first one in the series on Ebes, and I was not that impressed. But I also was very intrigued. I really liked the idea of it, even though I thought that the execution of the mystery was kind of lackluster in that first one, but maybe it gets better as it goes on, and it was $1. I figured now is the time. I do really love the way that they look. This is another one of the mysteries set like in a medieval time by a monk, and he's a monk that was in the Crusades. So he was an ex-soldier in the Crusades, and he becomes a monk. Kind of like he feels guilty maybe for what went on. Got a disaster book here, the big one. Look at that. That holographic cover. Nice. I'm like mesmerized. Harrison Arnston. I believe it is a earthquake in Los Angeles. There we go. That's a big old fat book for just an earthquake in Los Angeles. Here's the cover. It's a zebra book. It looks like a thriller, like maybe a serial killer thriller, or maybe just like a man hunting man or revenge or something. But I really like that cover. It has the embossed green here. The gun. Someone's about to be hunted. Yeah, somebody's getting that. Got a couple Christmas books. So we got Christmas Mystery, Murder for Christmas. I think this is from the 90s, from the look of it. It's put out by Mysterious Press, published by Mysterious Press. I'm forever going to say put out by because I still speak record terminology. Published by Mysterious Press. I flipped through it and I didn't recognize any of the authors, but it doesn't mean that it's not awesome. And I would like to at least read a couple stories. That one, or there's another one coming up. We got an E. Howard Hunt book capitalizing on his criminal, on getting busted for Watergate. So big and bold right here. The Watergate conspirator, former CIA agent E. Howard Hunt. Pinnacle is cashing in, exploiting his criminal acts to sell books, and I'm in. A. Bertram Chandler, The Last Amazon. Little female sword and sorcery there. Badass lady. That might be a double. I don't know. I'll have to look. Pretty cool. This was a cool find because I got home from the book fair and I was eating lunch and turned on YouTube, and Chris from Speculative Reader like literally posted a video on this book like 10 minutes prior. I was like, holy shit, I just got home and I just got that book. So this is like a futuristic, I guess, is it a spy book? I don't know. It sounded so cool when he described it. And they made a movie out of it. And it has Ursula Anders. What's her name? Ursula. Yeah, Ursula Andress, who was Honey Rider in James Bond. And she plays a badass killer lady. Like, just like the MAQ, just like the Men's Adventure Quarterly Fatal Femmes. She plays that. So I guess it's kind of switched around in the book. I definitely want to read that, especially after hearing Chris talk about it, how Chris obviously breaks it down like this very intellectual way. Whoever knew that so much was going on in these books until I started watching his channel, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, that does make sense. Speaking of Chris, I was just a guest on his channel, so I don't know when it's coming out, but I went over there and answered like this 10 questionnaire thing about genre fiction, and it was a lot of fun. So go check that out and subscribe to him. Speculative Reader. It's like deep insights into these books, usually of the science fiction genre, but yeah. Okay. Moving forward, what are we at? 56 minutes? Okay. Firecrest, Victor Canning. This is a espionage story. You can't really see it. I don't know why they made it so small, but it's got a pretty cool cover there. Looks like a photo cover, like superimposed on itself, or on other pictures on itself. Oh my god. This is what happens when you start talking for an hour. You just, who knows the words that are coming out of your mouth. Doesn't matter that they make sense. That's a hard one to get not in the light. Victor Canning, Doubled in Diamonds. Obviously a espionage there, or maybe it's a crime, maybe it's a heist. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's very, very crime. 3 million in stolen diamonds for heroin and opium didn't make Rex Carver very happy. That 2 of these people were twin Chinese sisters didn't make things easier, since one of them had just tried to kill him. So yeah, so I think it's espionage, or I don't know, world cops, I don't know. Got a couple of John D. MacDonalds that I didn't have. Deadly Welcome. John D. MacDonald wrote the Travis McGee series, The Private Investigator. Houseboat Livin', Travis McGee. The Dark Philosopher, which is a great series if you haven't read it. If you happen to be someone out there who's discovering Mickey Spillane in 87th Precinct, maybe check out a Travis McGee. Dead Low Tide. Not that was a Travis McGee, but I had to stop saying "but" at the end of sentences. Finish the sentence or don't talk. Dead Low Tide. John D. MacDonald, nonfiction book, The Great Houdini. Just really like that cover. It's a Scholastic. It's for the kids. Got some more Edward S. Ahrens. Don't Cry, Beloved. It's like just a crime book. Escape the Love. Edward S. Ahrens, author of the Assignment series. Passage to Terror. I think that one looks the most appealing. Looks like Alistair MacLean. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know if it actually is or not, but shit. Stop saying "but." The Sinners, Edward S. Ahrens. With some more boat action. If any of you are into boats. I kind of like it in black and white there. Boat action. Here, I'll just show these two. Since we're there, here's all the assignment doubles that I got. Do we have the 2 that are the new ones that I needed? No, it's in another stack. So yeah, I'll be passing out assignment books. I'll be passing out your assignment, kids. Can't Stop Running. And I think this is the last one from Edward S. Ahrens, The Decoy. And I think some of those are doubles too. Got this box set Don't see stuff like this too often. Mystery Quartet. We got Women Sleuths, Great British Detectives, Locked Room Puzzles, Police Procedurals. So they just kind of have these kind of basic covers. And let's see, who's in it? GDH and Margaret Cole, Mignon Eberhardt, Cornell Woolrich, Marcia Mueller. Mueller? No. Here's the other Christmas book that I think is a little bit more appealing. The 12 Crimes of Christmas. This is a little bit older. It has some names that I actually know. Isaac Asimov, John Dixon Carr, August Derleth, Ellery Queen, S.S. Rafferty, Dorothy Sayers, Rex Stout. We're going to try and get some of these in. I sign up for a lot of group reads. So I'm pretty full in December. I don't know if... I can at least squeeze a couple in. Got a Lou Archer, Ross McDonald, The Blue Hammer. Oh, look at that. It's kind of neat. Ross McDonald, yeah, we read one of his. It was cool. I didn't think it really stood out too much, but I mean, there's a million of them, so they can't all be home runs. Matt Helm, Donald Hamilton, The Intriguers. Got some more boat action. There's a lot of boats going on in this haul. Got a Lawrence Block, Matthew Scudder series, Private Detective. It's an alcoholic. It's brutal. It's a brutal alcoholic, very realistic, very dark series. Very dark series. He becomes an alcoholic because he's a cop and he's going after someone, and he accidentally shoots a little girl and kills her, and then his life goes off rails, and then he becomes a raging alcoholic and takes on private detective cases every once in a while. Mafioso, Peter McCurtain. We reviewed one of his other Mafia books on the channel. It was awesome. Very 70s, very sleazy. This is a very sleazy paperback. Very sleazy writer. Peter McCurtain. I can't remember if that's his real name or the pseudonym. I think it's... I don't know. I can't remember. How cool is that? Andre Norton, Phyllis Miller, horror book, Native American horror by Andre Norton. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. If I'm going to read an Andre Norton first, this is going to be it. This will be the first one I read. I do have her Gothic, though, too. I think it's called, like, The Jade Wolf or something. Shadow Wolf. I don't remember. Here's the 70s crime cop story. I just like the cover. I don't know much about it. The Sheriff and the Folsom Man Murders. A prehistoric spear claims a modern victim, and archaeology becomes a deadly profession. Oh, that sells it even better, huh? Not just a cool cover. Got another Saint, one of the UK editions, the hotter, Leslie Charteris. Speaking of the Lighting the Pipes podcast, Scott from Lighting the Pipes sent me a box of books that had a bunch of these Saint books that he really enjoys. There, I pulled some out and put them on my nightstand, but I keep signing up for other stuff. I can't get to anything. Not that I don't enjoy the books that I'm reading with other people, because I just want to read them all. There's another one I got for Deb. She wanted the Egg Rice Burrows. Deb, I got you. You don't have to take them, by the way. If you see one, you're just like, I don't want that one. Just tell me. It won't hurt my feelings. Normally, I would just surprise her, but when you're sending stuff to Australia, it's not like shipping media mail here in the U.S. You know, it's going to cost money. You don't want to fill the box up with stuff that she may not want. Here's the big stack of 87th Precincts. I like this James Bond-looking cover here. Give the boys a great big hand. You can almost hear like a James Bond type song playing. Shirley Bassey. The Shirley Bassey jam going. These are probably my favorite, my favorite look of the 87th Precincts. They did the nice painted covers. Got that big yellow box up there. 87th Precinct is a police procedural series. So I think I think Law and Order. I think they whoever created it's Dick Wolf. Everyone knows that. I think that Dick Wolf was probably a fan of 87th Precinct because Law and Order reminds me of 87th Precinct. Obviously, I got doubles. These are going to people too. More of the Mickey Spillanes I was talking about. Big Tim. Killer Mine. The guns, the punks, the whores were dying too fast. Guns, punks, and whores. I'm in. We got 2 erection sets. There we go. I'll send one to Tim. I don't think he'll talk about it on the channel, though. Tim's got a stiffer criteria for what goes out on his channel than I do. Kiss Me Deadly. Mickey. It's a big Mickey haul, huh? We got his signature. We got a bunch of his paperbacks. This is my favorite one that I picked up, which is obviously it's the oldest. This one I will be keeping. The Long Wait. Killer's Wedge. We have this. We have a different edition of this one too, an older one. I think it's the first one. Killer's Payoff. Yeah. This one has a different look to it. Doll. Sadie, When She Died. We got a photo cover here. This woman getting stabbed by the knife. Stabbed by the knife. He Who Hesitates. Nice painted cover. Cop Hater. I've seen a couple people talk about this lately. Duncan just put a video out today where he talks about reading this. I think Tim did too, right? This is the one you read, right? I don't remember. I might have that wrong, Tim. There's so many 87 Precincts. Another of the James Bond looking covers there. The big gun. The naked lady and a big gun. Oh, I get it now. Got the pusher. Look at that green there. Looks like a Fu Manchu cover. I think those are Avon Fu Manchus. Here are the 2 assignments that I was missing. So, Afghan Dragon. This is the one that eluded me the most. And then a Manchurian Doll, which I had seen out a couple times, but I didn't have my list with me. But this one I know that I've almost never see. So that's it. The collection is complete. They're not all the same editions, but at least we got them all. And we'll work on maybe getting better editions. This is after Edward S. Aarons died. His son took over. I think it was his son. It wasn't. I'm sure it was ghostwritten. I probably wouldn't have got it, but I wasn't paying attention. Got another zebra western. This one's not by William W. Johnstone. Robert Lake. Like I said, I just like the zebras because I hope that they're going to be trashy. Alibi for a Witch. We like the witch books. It's a Curtis. You don't usually see the Curtis crime books. Murder mystery. Not a bad cover. I know some people hate on the Curtis covers. They don't know what they're talking about. Another Donald Hamilton, The Ambushers. Got a John Brunner. This is my Dino-Vember entry right here. This 30 seconds of the video. The Avenger of Carrig. John Brunner. I love John Brunner. I don't know about that one, but here we go. You Only Live Twice. Double. I couldn't believe it. My wife found this, handed it to me, and I was like, oh, wow, nice. And then I got home and opened it up and realized it was missing 20 pages. So what do I even do with this thing? You can't throw it away. I just hang it up somehow, frame it, put it on the wall. We got another Elmore Leonard. I really like the way these covers look, these Avon editions. They did a couple authors, and they all have this kind of similar look to them. Even though it's a basic photo cover, there's just something about it that's calling my name. Then we got some hardcovers. You know what? Let's just get these out of the way. Nobody cares but me and maybe Joseph from Joseph Reads. Got these giant baseball books. Illustrated History of Baseball. It's not illustrated as in drawing. I think it just... I don't know what they mean by it. But to me, illustrated means drawn. Drawn. So... You know, I don't know anything about baseball, really. I come from a baseball family, baseball-loving family. But I stopped paying attention when I was about 8 or 9. And then I just got into music, and that was it. But the past couple of years, I've been watching old games on YouTube. And I wanted to know more. Look at the size of this sucker. Freaking kill somebody with this thing. It weighs like 10 pounds. So, yeah, I got these giant baseball books, like I got the boxing ones that I showed in the boxing video that 12 of you watched. And it's interesting to learn the history, how it started, because you don't really think about it, but it was just some game that created, like in a neighborhood, that like neighborhood kids would play, and just caught on, and it's like the history of that is so interesting to find out how it began, and then it explains the National and the American leagues, which is something that I never stopped to think about. Like, why are there two leagues? Why is it split like that? Why don't they just all play each other? And it breaks it down. And, yeah, I was into it. Here's some more. This is a stack of hardcovers. So we got a May Gray hardcover I collect. I want all of the May Gray books in hardcover. So this is one I didn't have. I was hoping they would have a bunch, but they did not. That was the only one. Well, the only one that I didn't have. They did have a couple other ones. Here's a cute cover. Cat Crimes 3. It's from the 90s. Mystery stories that have to do with cats. Here's one of the Penguin, one of the later editions, I think mid-2000s. One that I didn't have, Man's Head. It's $1. I picked it up. You know, like I said, we like them all in hardcover, but we'll take them. Take them as we find them. Got a Susan Howatch Gothic double hardcover. This thing is pristine. The hardcover Gothic covers aren't as cool as the paperbacks. But how can I pass it up? $2. Brand new. It's a book club edition. Does that bother us? No, it doesn't. It doesn't bother us at all. The Eyes of Buddha, John Ball. This is a Virgil Tibbs. John Ball is a white guy. He's a progressive white guy who wrote a black detective character in The Heat of the Night. Maybe you heard of The Heat of the Night. That's a Virgil Tibbs story. I read 2 of his books, the Virgil Tibbs series. One is Eyes of Jade or Jade something. And then another one was like the Friend. Oh God, it was. I stopped reading it. It was very preachy. I was not into it. Got a hardcover 87th Precinct. Look at that. Poison. It's like a 90s erotic thriller cover. Looks saucy. Here's another hardcover 87th Precinct. Hail to the Chief. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a bad guy. They're not saying that. I mean, they're probably saying maybe that's the chief, but he's the bad chief. This is a double. I'll be passing this along to somebody. Flashing Swords. Barbarians and Black Magicians. Sword and Sorcery Collection, edited by Lynn Carter. And this is also a double, which I will be passing on. Tricks, Ed McBain, 87th Precinct. Story that takes place on Halloween night. Okay, and then I got one last stack. Dude, how long is this? Are you guys still watching? It's crazy. My wife said I should have split it up into 2, but I'm just going to leave it at 1. If you make it, congratulations. If not, it's totally understandable. So this is from Bell Book and Comic. Got another G8. This is reprints from the pulps. The G8 pulp, which is a World War I airplane adventure series. This is something I got for Deb, but I'm going to leave this one a surprise. I'm not telling you, Deb, it's going to be a surprise. Hopefully you like it. And then I got her a bunch of Edgar Rice Burroughs with the beautiful Frazetta covers. They had so many there. I think I'll probably go back and get me some too. So let me know, Deb, if you want those. This one made me laugh. It said Dungeons and Dragons Endless Quest. The Ranger, what does it say? Revenge of the Rainbow Dragons. So got some rainbow dragon action going on. It's really beat up. It was $1, but you know, couldn't pass it up. Survivor World, Frank Belknap Long. Sci-fi action, Sword and Planet, I don't know. This one has been there for a while, and I've always passed it up because of the author. But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know, you don't really see this Zodiac series that often. So it's a Zodiac Gothic, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it. So Marion Zimmer Bradley, Drums of Darkness. It's one of the Zodiac Gothics. Got a couple already, so if we're going to complete it, we're going to need this one. This was my wife's. The Joker. Big old fat paperback Joker stories. I don't know much about it. And then as we were checking out, the guy was like, we come in there all the time. They know that we buy the paperbacks. He's like, hey, do you guys like horror? I went to my wife, like, do we like horror? He's like, hey, we just bought a collection. You want to come look at it? So we got to look at it before anyone else. And they had a bunch of cool stuff in there, but we did already have it. They had a bunch of, like, more of the popular writers that were kind of like, eh. Anyway, Richard Lehman, Night Show. One we didn't have. Got an F. Paul Wilson that we didn't have. I like how all of F. Paul Wilson's covers look the same. They don't look exactly the same, but the style is the same. And then last up, Manstopper, Killer Dog. This is one I've never seen before. It's Douglas Borton, and it's in Onyx. It's published by Onyx. Onyx Horror. Snarling, leaping, ripping, killing the ultimate horror is coming at you. It's got that beautiful silver embossed text. And a vicious dog. And that is it. Thank you everyone that made it this far. My voice is killing me. We need some more boba. And that's it. Later.